So this is going to be a big weekend on Route 10 in Providence. Route 10 heading north between Union Avenue, or just past Union Avenue, and about Westminster Street, about a 900-foot stretch. We're going to, over the weekend, close down Route 10 North. And we're going to, the contractor is going to lower the grade, take out about 7,000 cubic yards of earth, lower the grade of Route 10 North, and create the new alignment and grade for the new Route 10 North, and then pave it. And they're going to do all of this work between 7 o'clock on Friday evening and 5 o'clock on Monday morning. So when you travel across that stretch of Route 10 in the next couple of days, by Monday morning you're going to see a whole new highway built. It's a lot of work to be done. We're confident that the contractor is confident that they'll be able to get the work done in that. And this will save months of agony of reconstruction of that area, just doing it over a single weekend. So we're urging people to find an alternate route over the weekend to take 95 or 295 around Route 10 North if you have to get to points that are north of that area. And if you can't, we have a temporary detour set up that will reroute the traffic on Route 10 North around this construction zone. It'll take a little bit of extra time to do that, so just plan that into your schedule. And we certainly apologize for the inconvenience over the weekend, but the fact is it'll be well worth it to get this work done. And Monday morning, we'll all wake up to a brand new highway. So.
Any impact on southbound traffic?
No, southbound traffic is not going to be affected. We'll be doing a similar thing later in the summer, later in the year, to the southbound area where we'll create the new alignment and new grades for the southbound.
How much lowering is going to be done? How much lower will the grade be?
They'll be taking that section of roadway, about 1,000 feet of it, and lowering it by 15 feet, and creating a much straighter alignment so that you won't have as many curves in it. But
is that why it's been raised? That because it needed to go around?
It actually is at the original level. This we're lowering the entire Route 10 corridor down, several feet, where the new highway is going to exist with the overpasses above it.
And I assume, because you've done this over the weekend before, new
Yes.
bridges and that sort of thing, I assume there are penalties if they don't get it done, or?
Yeah, there are both incentives and penalties in contracts like this, but this contractor has done, even on this project, this contractor has done this before, and between our project managers and their managers at the construction zone, they're very confident they'll get this done. I'm hoping by maybe sometime on Sunday, but we'll see.
And remind us, who's the contractor again?
This is Barletta Corporation, along with, it was a design-build project, so there are a number of different companies in the design-build team, but it's headed up by Barletta.
And when do you anticipate the work to have to be, the closure have to be done again?
The one for the southbound lane, I don't have a date on that, but I expect it'll be later on this year.
Okay.
And how much is this going to cost?
The total project cost is $410 million, and this section of the roadway is part of that cost, and it was anticipated as part of that cost.
Do you foresee any impacts to the Monday morning commute?
No, the plan is to have all of this work done before 5 o'clock on Monday morning. So it'll impact some of the early morning traffic, but from 5 o'clock on, the roadway will be on its new alignment at its new grade, and we'll be riding on a new highway.
What would you say to the people who are driving around 610? Obviously, there's a lot of construction. Many
Yes.
may be frustrated. You may have the same answer as before, but
Yeah,
what would you say to those
well, this is a massive project. And for the size of the project, I think there were 12 or 13 bridges that we reconstructed in this area over the last several years. And we're creating new alignments and bike paths and new bridges on local roads over this. all of this has taken place over the last several years, and we've got about another year and a half to go before it's complete. But the public has, the commuters have been very cooperative. We've managed to keep traffic flowing through this vital area. Over 100,000 people a day use the 610 interchange. And the contractor and our folks have been able to keep traffic flowing through that area with a bit of inconvenience and some bumps in the road. But as I said before, we apologize for the temporary inconvenience, but the improvement is going to be permanent and will serve the public good.
When will the whole shebang be completed?
As I said, we're expecting about a year and a half will be totally completed, although I think during this summer and in the early part of next year, you're going to see most of it, the 90% of it, in the final state, and people will be riding on all of the brand-new interchanges and overpasses during the next several months.
So we're looking at what's going to happen behind you, right, is where all of this is taking place. Is there any staging that's going to go up prior to, like, what can drivers expect?
Yeah, the staging will begin to happen at 7 o'clock on Friday evening. That's when they'll start setting up the work zone and close down that section of road to do the setup. So that there's minimal amount of setup because the traffic will be diverted. On this screen, you could see the flyover to Route 6 West. That's where traffic on the northbound Route 10 will be diverted to. You'll go a short distance west on Route 6. The police will be there to turn you around at Hartford Avenue and send you back onto Route 6, and that'll put you on the other side of the construction zone. So it's a little bit of a loop, a little bit out of the way, but if you can avoid it, I would suggest you just avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm good, but does this screen show you any of the 1,000 feet that's going to?
To the right there, you see
Yeah.
where that, watch this trailer truck.
Yep.
And that section of the road, you see on the left of it, it's down much lower.
Yep.
That entire section of road will be lowered about 15 feet.
Gotcha.
So I just have a question, you already touched on this, but do you foresee any challenges this weekend, considering that it's going to be great weather, it's not a holiday weekend, but there will be a lot of traffic? Do you see any challenges there?
Well, the challenges can be mitigated, I think, number one, in the detour that we've set up, and we'll have police details out there for that. But it'll be mitigated much by this public outreach that gets the word out to people that if you can avoid this area, there's ample opportunity to take 95 and 295, which have the capacity to divert this traffic onto, to avoid this area. The challenges are lowering a major highway down 15 feet, removing 7,000 cubic yards, demolishing the existing infrastructure, and then rebuilding a brand-new highway all within a 72-hour period. So that's always a challenge, but our project managers and the construction company that's doing this work have planned for weeks and months for this to happen, and they have all the resources in place to do that, as long as the weather cooperates, and it appears that it will. So with the good weather, we expect a good result.
It must take a lot of manpower to get all of that done that quickly.
It will.
Do you know how many?
On this project, from beginning to end, over 2,000 workers are working on this project. I don't know how many will be in this particular deployment, but it is a concentrated effort. And one of the benefits, really, of all of this construction work that we're doing and the Infrastructure Jobs Act that was just passed by Congress is the jobs that it creates, too, right? So there are a lot of Rhode Islanders that are out there working, that'll be out there this weekend working, and we certainly appreciate the hard work that those men and women are doing out there, putting the steel and concrete in the ground and getting our infrastructure rebuilt to a brand-new infrastructure for the
Can
state.
you remind us what Buddy Stancy used to say?
Yeah, sure. So, as with many projects like this, we apologize for the temporary inconvenience, but I assure you that the improvement will be permanent.